What is up, Broncos country? I'm your host, Dak. Joining me is my other counterpart, Mile High Montoya. We got a fun show. I feel like so energized today, bro. I don't know if it was all the damn Easter eggs that I got. I got the golden egg. We got a golden show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking, should the Broncos stand pat? Should they trade up from 62 or move side to side? Should the Broncos trade for Dexter Lawrence? Who has the most to prove on this Denver Broncos roster? And I want to pick my boy George's brain about whether Jonah Alice taking snaps at inside linebacker is a smart move. Anyways, we're going to be talking NBA Nuggets, baby. You saw what they did. You saw what they did this dang weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking hockey, and the men's championship is going on as we speak. So I must ask, though, before we get started, do you even Broncos, bro?
Touchdowns and tackles, our spirits are high. From the mile-high cheers, we reach for the sky. Analyze instead, every week we grind. Passions in our hearts, leave no fan behind. The heart of the game, let's make it clear. Do you even Broncos, bro? You know we here. Do you even Broncos, bro, when we hit that field? Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos bros on the mic, let the whole world know.
We are here. Yes, indeed.
Back, baby, we back.
We're back in the fold.
Hey, it's your favorite part of Monday, baby.
Oh, it's your favorite part. I got something new here, Montoya. I feel like the songbird of our podcast. I got a new microphone.
Fancy pants over there.
I hope it's worth a damn, you guys. I really do. I'm sorry if it's not. I might have to get my damn money back. But anyways, I'm excited. Oh, another thing. Behind the scenes, Montoya was giving me shit. Oh, you got money. You this, and you're Mr. Big Shot, huh? I got the latest NFL draft cap. New Era got their shit together. They finally designed up a banger. It's pristine. Oh, and those of you who are superstitious, the last time I bought a Denver Broncos draft cap was in 2015. Yes, look at that. Embrace it. Could they win it again this year? Well, we got Jalen Waddle. He's put us that level to do so. So I'm excited. Shane Ray was drafted the last time I bought a draft cap. But I'm glad we're here today together.
Oh, it's always a blessing to come on Mondays, you know. Like I said, we get a long week, you know, we deal with the week, we go through the weekend, and then we come in on Monday, and Mondays are Mondays until it's Broncos Pro Monday. All right. And we're gonna have some good topics to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Like what we're gonna talk about tonight. There's gonna be plenty of Denver sports talk to go around. We got playoffs coming up for a couple of our teams, of course. So yeah, we're gonna have to jump into everything.
Jump in it, jump on it, whatever you want to do it. It's gonna be a blast. But how was your Easter, bro? Like, did you do anything fun?
Happy late Easter, of course. Yeah, I mean, you know, had the kiddos, went and got them a bunch of eggs, you know, spread them around the backyard, made a whole ordeal about it.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was cool. Get the, you know, boys and Aveo were running around and hunting eggs. I had Aveo looking for the golden egg for so long she couldn't find it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I put two of them out. The first one I gave her a little hint. Second one, I just let her roam around, and she was struggling a bit, but it was fun, man. It was a good Easter. I actually was able to sneak in a round of golf, and yeah, you know, we love. I love me some golf, of course. So when shot pretty decent.
Wow, is it very nice?
Very nice. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I won't start getting into that because I'll talk all day about golf. But
Hey.
how was your Easter, man? The kiddo have a good time?
Yeah, I mean, I worked yesterday, but we celebrated a lot. For Friday, Saturday, my wife took Leonidas to the elementary, kind of close by where I live. They had a big old Easter egg hunt, so he got more eggs. I'm like, if I see another egg come in this house, my God, because he already has over 100. It feels like, my gosh, and everything has candy, prizes, you name it, right? The golden egg, whatever you call it. I think he had a golden Easter, okay. But we also took him to go see Super Mario Thursday night. Oh, bro,
All that.
Super Mario, banger.
Jealous.
I'm sorry, but Leonidas liked it. Like usually he gets up, goes to the bathroom, or like gets up, asks for candy constantly throughout the movie. This one he was just like that. With his mouth, like you look at him every time his mouth is open, he was zoned in, bro. He was in the zone. But I was able to convert him to a Broncos fan. Can I just share this with the class real quick, if I may? Oh, I'm gonna rewind it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's
Are you my bro
boy.
or what?
No,
Who are you then?
a Broncos fan.
A Broncos fan? Why?
Because I love the Broncos.
Make sure you say it loud and proud.
Go
There
Broncos!
you go. Now we talking. Have a good day, y'all. Am I raising him right?
Oh, I mean, do you even Broncos, bro?
Even
on.
bro.
What are you talking about?
You love to see it, bro.
He's doing it all big. That's awesome. That's awesome. No, we love to see that. We love to see
That
that.
moment.
Big shout out Leonidas. He's
a coot, bro. You know him.
He's a heck of a kid. He's a good kid, and he definitely loves his Bronco Bros. So, we raising a good one there.
I tried doing my best. Damn, it's hard. Because, I mean, my wife's a Raider fan. You already know how that is, bro. He was leaning that direction. I'm like, no, bro, get away from the dark side. I'll teach you.
Yeah.
You can be my young Jedi, right?
You want to be like the sunshine,
Yeah.
Nice and bright.
Yep.
Oh, man. Awesome. But
we got some fun topics to get into.
Let's run through some comments before we roll in. Just got a few rolling in so we don't get too far behind on them. Reel in some comments, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got Cody Chubb in the house. Appreciate you, man. He said, actually pro trade up a few picks if someone drops close to the 50s. We'll get into some pick talk, of course.
We'll let you know. We're gonna mock something too for y'all.
Keep up the great works. Appreciate you, brother. Much love. Always.
He has a podcast coming.
To see in here. Hey, we'll definitely tune in and make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
You love that.
Graham Tide TKE. Trying to make sure you read that right.
Thank you for diving into
Graham Tide. All right. Well, hey, Graham, appreciate you being here, brother. He said, whoa, what a killer intro video. Appreciate that.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. I will say, I'll give a shout out to Johnny. He did make us that intro video. So, hey, shouts out Johnny for making us that killer intro, He based it off of all of our preferences and history and moments that we talked about before we started. So, appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Cody said, I just worked a double, need some sports talk. So glad I could catch you boys live. Hey,
yeah.
Putting in that work.
It's your favorite part of your week, Monday.
Hey, Broncos Bro Monday. What could be better? Especially after a double. Kick back, relax. It's going to be a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Graham said, can't hear you, Dak. LOL.
What about now? Can you hear me now? Is this the Verizon commercial? I got to know.
Oh, that's looking awesome.
I love it. You love to see it.
That's awesome. He's a great, cool overlay. Appreciate it.
Again, getting another shout out.
Yeah. Shouts out. All shouts out. Look at you. Shy, appreciate you, brother. Hype man. He said, thank Jesus is alive. The King did rise. It was a beautiful year. I hope everyone had a blessed holiday weekend with their families and loved ones. And, you know, I hope you watched some sports over the weekend because we had some sports over the weekend. You know, got to definitely talk about that. He said, "How about them Nuggets?" You know,
How about them Nuggets? Well, I would have been like that too, but I
you know, but you got the draft hat and all
had to match.
fancy over there.
Bro.
Oh, Graham said, "Awesome, awesome." About Leonidas, probably.
Let's do it.
Converted my cousin to a Broncos fan. Amen, brother. You doing the Lord's work on Easter weekend?
Only the realest no Broncos. Only they Broncos, bro.
It's the best over here, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, let's get into some topics there. We'll wrap up comments for now.
Well, let's get into it, shall we? I mean, we talked the whole damn spiel. I mean, we wanted to talk about as to whether or not the Denver Broncos should trade up, stand pat. To help us do that, I hope you don't mind, you guys. I wanted to share PFF. I feel bad for some of the layoffs they had over there, you know. But we're gonna do a little thing, and this is something that Montoya and I were just wanting to talk about. 62. I don't think the Broncos stay at 62. I feel like maybe if there's a player that they like, I know they're gonna stay true to their board. But if somebody does fall, I could see them very. It's very likely that they trade up maybe for somebody like a Jadarian Price, Jacob Rodriguez, you know. And if they do get Jacob Rodriguez, bro, I'm rocking the stash for the whole season. My wife's gonna be pissed about it, but I really don't give a damn.
I mean, I rock it for life. You know what I mean?
You look good. I mean, yeah, you look good. You look very nice. You're handsome. Yes. Should we run a mock though and kind of see who falls?
Sure.
You want to run a scenario where we trade up? Or
we'll send it. Just full send, see where it lands, and then we'll talk about what the computer gives us.
Yeah, we could be here all day. Look at that.
Still early. It's still early. Fast turbo, bro. Fast turbo speed. You're right there.
Oh, you want to speed up?
There you go.
You want to
We'll go through it. We can go through it. We can look and see who's still on the board.
Oh my God! No way. Okay. Anyways, it's beautiful to me.
No way, he said.
All right. So, what position could you see the Denver Broncos going in your heart, though? Like, I feel like linebacker, and that sounds like maybe linebacker could be the move.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking front seven, D tackle, linebacker,
edge.
No, I don't think it'll be an edge guy. But I do think safety's not off the table. I just don't know the value that we could see there right now.
But I feel like we could get some guys later rounds, right? But we'll find out. We'll find out. And maybe like guys like, because I know we signed the safety Tyson Anderson. I know he's special teams guy, but he's pretty athletic. Maybe Devin Key, JL Skinner get more run at the safety position. Maybe they have a big competition in training camp. It's yet to be seen, right? Until they addressed it in the draft, I mean, that's something that comes to mind.
Yeah. I feel like traditionally, which maybe will be opposite finally, but traditionally we like to draft defensively, right? Defense wins you championships. Let's solidify our defense, make sure it's continuing to be stout through these years that we try to win Super Bowls, right? That's where we're at. We're trying to win Super Bowls at this point. And you have to continue that trend, I feel like. So I would lean heavily on a defensive player.
Yeah, and we've heavily invested in terms of contracts on the defensive side of the ball. So maybe drafting somebody helps us be a little more cost effective on that side. And I think
those players, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think linebacker we need an impactful type of player as well at this particular selection. Linebacker would be just that, bro. I feel like being, third in rotation, you saw how Vance Joseph likes to run his rotation, right? We cut Dre Greenlaw, but you need somebody to fill that void, but not so much replace Dre Greenlaw because you're not doing that, but make an impact, right? Be instinctive, being able to, move sideline to sideline type of guy, getting good run. and just making an overall impact together. I feel like there's a player I do like, but is there a linebacker you like? I could pull up the positions itself if you like, or you want to look at linebacker or DL. Not on the DL. We're not going to keep it on the DL.
Let's look at linebackers for now.
Okay, here we go. Jeremiah Trotter's son, Kyle Lewis, Anthony Hill Jr. You know they like them Longhorns.
Hey, they like their Sooners too, all right?
They do, bro. They do.
Don't ever throw that shit up on here, right?
Oklahoma
throw down at all times.
Bryce Betcher, Oregon Duck, but I could see him going in the third.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a reach.
Yeah.
Pick. If anybody were to go, Trotter's not a bad pick.
He's instinctive though.
Yeah, he's not a bad pick at all. He could be a good development guy to come in behind Mizzou linebacker. I do like Kyle Lewis.
You do like him? Why do you like Kyle Lewis though? Like,
I think he's a little more versatile on the line. I think he's able to come in and provide solid run blocking and get out an option, like break off the ball, instinctive with his routes and in the open space. Just from a little bit. I haven't watched too much on him, but from a little bit I watched, it seemed like he, not saying in comparison, but maybe IQ-wise, like Travis Kelce-esque in knowing where you're at on the field,
Okay. Yeah, no, for sure. Anthony Hill Jr. is another big guy that I've seen. I think his injury kind of took him a step back. I heard from somebody like that he kind of struggled in the interview process. I don't know how true that is. It's just hearsay. But he's a guy, that's super athletic.
Yeah.
Moves sideline to sideline. He could be better in coverage, more instinctive, but I like him a lot too. And I mean, he could be there. But real quick, let me just kind of scroll up to some guys that went before our pick, and we can make a discussion and say, hey, could the Broncos trade up for somebody?
Exactly.
58, bro. Jadarian Price. That's somebody we just mentioned earlier. He was on Kay Adams, and he was talking about the Broncos. I think they like me, right? Oh, I think they like me. Oh, I think they like me.
He would have to bust out his white tee,
Yeah, exactly, bro. So, do you feel like he was taken at 58? I mean, you wouldn't really have to give up much to move up to 58 to get your potential RB1 of the future, right? Because, I mean, J.K. Dobbins is still...
one of your 3/7.
Exactly. So is that somebody you would trade up for? Like, would you be comfortable with that?
I wouldn't mind that. I actually wouldn't mind that. We did talk about Jadarian Price. I actually did mention him when we were listing running backs. Everybody slept on him because he's behind the top running back in the nation right now, in everybody's opinion. But he's a running back that didn't get as much wear, right? He doesn't have as much carries and tear on his body, and he's dynamic enough to come in and help this group, be that true third and push the other guys out, whether it be Bidet or McLaughlin, right? At the end of the day, I don't think those guys have done enough for us to not try to make a move and give competition for that third spot, right? Because we've been stuck in limbo with our RB3 situation. Yeah. 1 and 2, we're kind of doing okay. But we didn't have an RB3 situation where either guy, Jaleel didn't get enough chance, and the chance Bidet got, he kind of fumbled the bag, right? Just what it is. We didn't see that. If we get a Jadarian Price, put him in the lineup, get him out of another familiar situation where he's not taking the load, right? He already knows he's not taking the majority of the carries. He's going to come in a role. And I think it could be worth it, right? You don't have to move up too far. What's that? 5 spots? 4 spots?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
That's not too bad. It's not too bad.
I wouldn't mind that at all. I definitely hope they would look to trade up for him, especially if he's out there saying, hey, I think they like me, right? Like, shoot.
And for him to go to the Niners? Come on. We can't let them keep getting running backs, bro.
It's so crazy how I don't know it's all based off algorithm, right?
Yeah, it's
Jadarian Price and Christian McCaffrey, like passing
there's
the
1% chance that this layout happens, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that's a crazy fit,
I would kind of be intrigued by Jennings Dunker right there at 56. Like, I know they've done a lot of homework on some of these O linemen. Could he be a guy that maybe they're enticed to trade up for? Like, I don't know, dude. I really don't know what our front office is thinking, right? Because
Yeah,
as you and I have talked about, they keep a lot of their things close to their vest. They don't really show their cards. They keep a good poker face. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not good at poker because I can't keep a damn straight face. You know what I mean? So, I just feel like, man, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But there's a guy that I really would like to have, but I'm just curious to see how high he went, right? Jacob Rodriguez. And where did he go? Hold on. Have you seen him yet? I'm scrolling. Oh, 42.
To the Saints.
Dang, dude. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
It's a pretty big jump. 20
That is a
spot.
big jump. That is a big jump. I'm about F them picks, but I don't know, dude. Like, do we have the ammo? Like, that's the questions that you raise. Do you end up saying,
like
player,
look at their needs, right? Look at their needs, because in a potential trade, you're potentially offering a player, right? Potentially, if you don't have draft capital because of what we got rid of for Jalen Waddle, we don't have those to spare for them, and we already traded them Vele. Like, are we going to build their entire receiving core by just trading them to wide receivers? You know what I mean? Like, are they the Bears,
value Walmart prices?
Yeah, are they the Bears 2.0? Just recycle all of the Denver players. We're gonna make it.
That's what happened, right? Like,
yeah. So I'm like, okay, Saints there, and maybe it's not the Saints, but still, Bengals. They need a linebacker. They're probably going to go tackle. That makes a lot more sense. They need to protect Joe, or he's going to retire like Andrew Luck.
And another thing too, it's like the Cowboys, they brought in Rodriguez for a visit. I'm sure they had scouts, they had a close eye on him because he was at Texas Tech in their state, right? Like close by. So yeah, maybe they had eyes on him prior too. So he could go in the first for all we know. But with that being said, I don't know. Would you trade back? I mean, depending on if this is kind of how the board fell. Like, let's look at DL real quick before we make a selection or decision. But like, I'm gonna look at D lineman and running back, of course, if you want to go that direction.
Oh, there's my guy.
He's your boomer.
There's my guy. Grayson Halton, bro. Excellent pick. I'd take him right there at 62.
Boom. Yeah, you've gotten to see him. Yeah. Okay. You address the trenches, right? Tight end. There's a couple tight ends that I would take at 62 just for the viewers to be aware of. Max Clare.
That's intriguing. Like I said, I did give props to them because you don't get to see their tight end displayed as much.
Right.
So his potential is still semi-unknown. But from what you do know, it already seems fairly high, right?
Right.
Maybe not Brock Bowers high. Maybe not, some of the guys that came out last year high. Maybe not Kenyan Sadiq high.
Right.
But his potential to be there in a second-round pick to boost our tight end core.
He's a yak demon, bro. You've seen him, bro, get after. I think he's a little underrated in terms of his athleticism. Man, I'd be intrigued to get him. I know not a lot of people like him. They say he's mid. I don't really think he's mid, but that's just my evaluation.
I think it's the offense he comes from. Like it just all circles back to the fact that they have so many good receivers and they stretch the ball. He gets left out of the rotation. So if you don't put up amazing numbers, you're going to get called mid because everybody's stats freaking kings and knows everything because stats don't lie. But if you watch game tape, you could see his capabilities as a player, and he could transition into a decent tight end in the NFL.
Yeah. There's another guy, and I feel like PFF, the way they mock their play, the way they grade their players, it's too low. Like Oscar Delp, bro, is a guy that I would definitely draft at 62, bro. Like the most well-rounded tight end in this class aside from Kenyon Sadiq, right? He's not going to be as explosive or as athletic. Did you see his RAS score, bro? 9.84 4 RAS score for Oscar Delp, dude. Like that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
crazy.
He's most likely
Another
going to
guy.
fall. I think that's why I think he's going to be our 4th round pick. And
Could be.
in this round, we're going to go defense probably. Just
It's
because everybody's
defense,
sleeping on
too.
him, he's probably going to fall.
Right. And like a lot of NFL teams might not have him as high as I would, right? Like, I mean, because maybe the usage, and that's the thing about when it comes to tight ends, bro. They're so hard to evaluate because not all of them are really utilized to showcase their talents and featured in an offense, right? Like that's why it's so hard to tell. That's why you get guys like George Kittle. I think he had like 48 receptions, like 700 and some yards across 4 seasons, his entire college career, George Kittle, mind you. And then he like flourished in the NFL. Oscar Delp could be that type of player, bro, that we see. You know what I mean? Because of
Yeah.
the things that we just touched on.
Yeah, just all depending on players and their capabilities and what they turn into, you know. But some of these guys that are gonna, there's always those few that fall that, you know, might make a splash if they get in the right position. But you're right, like these guys don't play in pro systems. They don't get advertised. Sometimes they're swapped out a lot. Like a lot of these guys aren't premier. Like he was a premier, you know.
Yeah.
Most of the guys left their like main tight ends, but in their sets, they're doing a lot of blocking, not a lot of route running.
You're right.
Oh, there's your
More
boy.
names that I want to touch on too.
There's your boy.
Huh?
So there's your boy.
Oh,
MWJ.
Yep. He's nice, dude. He's nice. I like Jonah Coleman a lot too. I like him a lot, dude. Like I wouldn't be mad at either one of
let me ask, would you rather us trade up 4 spots to get Jadarian Price or wait and take Mike Washington or Jonah Coleman?
I'm not patient, damn it. I'm not patient. It would really hurt me, dude. Like, you know what, bro? Can I just say this? Like, if we got Price, Mike Washington Jr., Jonah Coleman, I'd be happy, bro. I'd be, man, damn. Thank you. I'd be happy with any one of those guys. You can really get behind any of those guys in that room, right? And because they.
So you just avoided my question completely.
I don't want to answer it.
What the hell, bro? Well,
I'd be patient. Man, damn it. Price is a first-round talent, though, I feel like. He's pretty damn close.
Yeah.
And if I'm about those picks,
there's no right or wrong answer.
I know.
You've been hyping up these 3 guys. You've been hyping up these 3 guys for quite a time now. And that's why I'm just you're the GM. You get to make the choice. You're sitting there at 62. It's pick 57. And you know they're not taking Price. Do you make the call to trade for him or do you wait?
I want this Broncos team to be aggressive. I really do, bro. F them picks. I feel like we're not going to need all the 8 picks or however many picks we have right now. 7, I think. I don't know. Anyways, like, I just feel like we need to be aggressive, but I don't want to be caught sleeping like we were last season in the draft, right? Like, I think we waited too long, bro, getting a running back. I honestly do, because I felt like Omarion Hampton was there. Travion Henderson was there, bro. You wouldn't be really discussing running back this season to a degree, right? Like maybe you still needed to find somebody else again this offseason, right? But I don't know, dude.
I would take R.J. Harvey over both of those guys. Henderson is a one-hit wonder. He's not a consistent back. And Omarion was injured in his first year as being the primary back. So you want 2 J.K. Dobbins, or do you want 1 J.K. Dobbins and an R.J. Harvey to get you through? I would take Harvey over both of them. But we still are searching because we don't have the depth if that guy goes down. If J.K. goes down again, if I do not hope, or anything. I really hope he makes a full season. But if J.K. were to go down again, we're in the same boat without drafting a running back. because we didn't add one in free agency. We didn't add somebody, a vet. Even Brian Robinson Jr., right? We could have brought him in. We could have brought in so many different guys
Yep.
to just be that third back who was going to be on a vet minimum for the most part, pretty close to it. But we're sitting here in no man's land again at a running back position that's truly important and was vital to us not being able to make the Super Bowl.
All right. Well, we've made some valid points. Let's make a selection here at 62. Let's make a selection. What would you lean? Being everything that we just talked about. I mean, I know we can probably look at tackle, but Caleb Tiernan's probably a guy I would look at too. But
yeah,
I think we could get that guy in the 4th or 5th round, based off what we have right now. There's a guy that I like, Jude Bowery, athletic as a mofo, dude.
Boston
he just needs to refine his, like be more technically sound, hand placement or what have you. But he's a guy that I could see us developing because we have Mike McGlinchey and Garrett Bowles, right? Like for it's not immediate need, right? Like I feel like versus the other positions that we've talked about. That's why I'm willing to wait for somebody of that, instead of getting somebody right at 62. But I wouldn't be opposed to it either.
Okay. Graham says, I think we can afford to trade up. We made the AFC Championship game for Pete's sake.
I like it.
Lord help us all. And then here comes Tim Dog. He said, "What's happening?
What's happening, bro? What's popping?
What's happening?" D-Rock said, "What's up, chat? What's up, chat?" But I was looking here. Tim disagrees. He says, "Do not trade up."
You gonna hold your picks tight to your vest?
Yeah, he's holding on. He's
holding on,
squeezing them like babies. Trotter Jr. from D-Rock.
I like it. I do like him a lot.
That's what I mean.
He's only 21, dude.
I'm in a freaking mind combobulation tank right now. Right tackle is a need soon. So is left. Everybody forgets Bowles came in at like 42 years old. This dude's an ancient man. This dude is ancient already. He's barely played like 8 years. Like ancient in the league, bro. Come on. We're going to need Bowles soon.
He's a beast, though.
That's tough. If I'm all right, I got to try to think like Sean, right? Because I don't know what he likes. Does he like those running backs more than he likes Trotter? More than he likes Grayson?
Drake, too, could really develop somebody in terms of linemen. So we, cross that out. We talked about maybe D tackle. You like Grayson Halton a lot, right? He's a dude that I think a lot of people have their eyes on the radar.
Very talented, very coachable. Obviously, most of these guys have, all these guys have work to do. They have stuff to learn. Their game can adapt, but that'd be a good piece to add in the middle, middle up front. But are there going to be, I guess in my mind, how many of these guys are going to be available later for us? Right? Because we don't have the third. This is where it gets sticky. Because this pick counts the most.
Yeah, no.
This pick counts. Because you don't have a third, you got to wait it out and see who falls to you. Or you got to trade back up and get another guy that you like.
Right.
Like we did for Troy in the 4th. Traded up for Troy. And we traded to get higher in the 4th. So are we trying to leverage that to move back into the 3rd and get one of those running backs that might fall or
right.
There's
going to be a lot of maneuvering across the board for this front with George Payton, Sean Payton, and that whole war room. They're going to be busy, right? Like, I think that's why I feel like maybe they do trade up. I don't think if there's a guy they really like, bro, they're going to trade up for their guy. And then, maybe they trade some players that will catch us off guard, right? Like they do that at times as well. So, hey, you know what I mean?
Run stopping is probably, we just, losing JFM, right? I think about what we lost.
Right.
I think we got to prioritize the line or the linebacker position, right? Because we know Singleton's on the way.
How confident are you in Savion Jones, though, being that we drafted him? Super athletic, versatile. Drafting a rookie, does that create a logjam in terms of snap volume, right? It's something that you got to keep in mind. I think, of course, that they would keep in mind. You have a bunch of dudes that you have a Wazirike who came on pretty strong last season. You have Malcolm Roach, who you extended, right? That you feel like is going to replace and fill that void of John Franklin Myers. So that's something to keep in the back of our minds as well when we're, so I don't know. It's very a tough decision. Real quick, this guy, Caleb Alarms or out of TCU, is very well-rounded in his game, very instinctive, athletic. 3-down linebacker, man. He's a stud. Like I said, PFF's rankings are ridiculously low on a lot of these players, but I could see him going. I've seen him day 2, day 3. So maybe the Broncos like him enough. They brought him in on a visit too. Could they pull the trigger and get him at?
Yeah, they wait. I think they wait. They're not gonna reach with pick 62 on a guy that predicted the fall. I would think. I think it's gonna be one of these more top guys. And right now,
what's your heart telling you?
With the running backs available, it might be running back.
Okay. I would not be mad at that at all.
Another second rounder to compete.
Hey, I would not be mad at all. So who's the guy? I'll let you pick. Man, dude, and I know Mike Washington, though. He's athletic, too, man. Jeez, he's
explosive. Like Mike Washington.
Like Mike. Tie my shoes and make me like Mike. Is that? Would you be comfortable? He also played for New Mexico State. I love me some New Mexico State. I lived in New Mexico. So
yes, sir. What were you feeling? How were you feeling?
I was looking at linebacker, dude.
That's where I was leaning next. So that's why I'm like,
It's tough.
Trotter value, okay. Mike Washington value.
Hear me out for this. What if we go with one of the running backs? Because the Slim Pickens, if they're not there, right? Like after those two guys, and if they're not there, you're kind of like, right?
You're in no man's land.
Huh?
After that, you're kind of in no man's land. Everybody's a
I feel like this running back class isn't as deep as linebacker.
Not at all.
So I would really feel comfortable with taking a chance, going running back, and then getting my guy.
And I'm like right there with you, but I feel like I'm against it only because it's exactly what we did last year. We took a running back in the second round. And I don't know, but it could. We could. But I guess let's make our decision. Who else? Any other names stick out to you besides Trotter? Linebacker. What were we looking at? Tight ends.
Linebacker. Anthony Hill was there.
Ooh. Anthony Hill, I think, is too early to draft.
Yeah. Hill. He's projected first, but I don't know. Like first, second day. Early day 2 is what I read Mel Kiper say. I don't know. There's some guys that I would not be mad about, though. I like Trotter a lot, too, though, dude. He's a beast.
I'd be fine with getting any of these guys on.
I know.
I like the defensive picks, like I said. I think the running back names are splashy, but
well, let's go linebacker. Let's go linebacker. You know what? Let's get linebacker. Why not?
We're taking linebacker in the second round.
Yep. We'll do it. Which guy? Tell me which one.
I like him better than Lewis. Yeah, he's a little bit better of a blocker.
Dude, and it's nice because what's his name, Fields from ESPN had mocked him to Denver. See, and that's we get a B plus. Hey, that's fine. I'd be happy with him, dude.
Not bad at all. Good prospect. I
wouldn't be mad. And then maybe you trade up in the third, like we talked about, and get another running back. Because I also did hear that potentially some of those guys could be pretty close to the fourth. I don't know, dude. It'll be interesting. There's going to be a run of running backs, so as we saw like last year, right? Like that whole stretch, there were a bunch of running backs taken. Denver was there at the end of the tail end there to draft somebody. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm excited for the draft. I want us to do like a real mock draft, like maybe 2 rounds, and get some other podcasters on us with us, and just kind of like maybe Crew Talk Sports, some other dudes. That'd be fun for the viewers. I don't know, something to keep in mind. Maybe next week or the week after, before the week, at least before the draft. Mock draft happen after
week of the draft that Monday.
Let's do it. Ooh. Okay.
Little preview. Like, yeah, I agree.
Preview.
Let us know what you guys think. Always, like, share, comment. Let us know. Let us know your opinions. If you think we're idiots, that's totally fine.
Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. If you guys are watching us on X, please switch on over to YouTube, to Orange and Blue Network, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Show us some love. We really appreciate it. After you do that, check out all the shows that we have throughout the week. We got Orange and Blue Blitz Mondays and Fridays at 11. Your favorite Broncos Bros Mondays at 7. Tuesdays, Johnny, Jay, Broncos Grunt with Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue at 7:30. Doc and JT, we have them on Wednesdays at 2:30. Mile High Symposium, talking all things Mile High sports. You love to see it. Then you got Broncos Talk with Bronco Libre and Adan. Great people. Wednesdays at 6 p.m. And then Thursdays at 7 with the Mile High Outcast, Tim Dog, and Redlock. What was that?
Oh, I said Oukast.
Oukast, Caroline. I'm just kidding. And then on Fridays, Viva los Broncos with Adan and Bronco Libre doing their thing. And I'm not going to even talk about the other ones because it's not the season. And then check out our sponsor for the show, Dubby. It comes with no sugar. Get the dub. No sugar, no calories, no maltodextrin, no fillers, no artificial colors. Check them out. Check out their website. Check the link down in the bio. Down in the bio. Down below. Bio. That sounds funny, dude. Anyways, and use our code OBN10 for 10% off at checkout. You love to see it. A great website. Great flavors, too. So, anyways, I'm excited. For the Denver Nuggets. But draft, that was fun exercise. I'm just curious, real quick, like what you think about Jonah Alice taking snaps at inside linebacker, being that we would potentially draft one. Is that a smokescreen? Would you be happy with Jonah Alice and edge taking snaps and maybe in some packages at inside linebacker? I mean, his brother did it. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually completely fine with it. He already knows how to read the field as an outside linebacker, and he's very good in space. Like for the little bit of time we've got to see him on the field, when he's got those guys out in space, he's pretty decent. So I think he could be a sideline to sideline linebacker and get in those holes. I think he's a decent tackler. We'd have to see some more. Obviously, there's going to be some sort of a mini learning curve, I would say, just a transition of being a, down stance guy to being in a 2-point, going where you're going. But overall, I think I'm excited for it because look at the amount of talent we have on this team that you can't get on the field because of the people ahead of them. You're going to take Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito out of the game all the time? I mean, rotation, sure, but how much is he playing? How much can you utilize him if he's only getting limited snaps? That's why Bonito's having these great seasons and he's improving every year because he's an every down outside edge player. if Ellis is able to get into a point where he's reaching capabilities as an inside linebacker, maybe that conversion will help us fill the role of Singleton working through his way out. I hope he has a few years left, but he's getting up there, right? We all know it. And Stranad's been with us 6 years now, I want to say. Could be wrong.
Something like that.
Something like that.
2020 we drafted him. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm pretty sure 6 years. But either way, we don't have a super young linebacker core, so using the talented players you have who are athletic enough to do so is a quality experiment as long as they, consider it in all aspects, which I think they will. I think our coaches are to be trusted. They've been putting these players in the best position to succeed. We've seen these players thrive where they're at. So if they potentially think he has the capabilities of becoming maybe not an all-pro linebacker, but maybe that's what they see in him. Maybe if a position change and he could start a whole new trajectory in his career.
I like your takes. I don't agree with them, but I like your takes, and I like where your head's at. But I think that people don't understand that there's more than just Madden. You don't just get to switch a position and just instantly expect it to happen. I'm not saying you, I'm saying other people, right? That you think they could just flip a switch, because I understand, like moving from edge to inside linebacker, that requires being a little more comfortable in space. This is a bigger, middle of the field's a lot bigger than just holding the edge, bro. Like, really.
Oh,
not only that, if you're going to be limiting, if you're going to be doing it to where it's sub packages, he's going to have to drop weight, right, to be able to be more fluid, covering sideline to sideline type of inside linebacker, right? So requiring him to lose weight, you're also asking him to lose weight and still play edge. That's going to be an issue. Like when he's trying to rush the passer, right, against those bigger tackles. Another thing that I would say is, like, man, I just feel like and I know it's going to take some time, but do we really have that much time? I mean, we drafted him, a couple years ago to really develop him at inside linebacker.
Maybe 3.
I don't know how much time it would take for him. I hope he picks it up. Like, the sample size is very small from what we've seen, and we haven't seen a big success rate for guys that are hybrids in the NFL. Am I wrong? Like, I feel like we don't see too many guys. Like, you can name a few names, but like, I mean, we've done this experiment. Drew Sanders didn't pan out. Baron Browning, you kind of played a little bit too much, and then, injuries, of course, were a part of it. We had to trade him out. That's not probably. It was just so many failed experiments, bro. I have a little pause. Do I hope it works out? Sure. But some of these things, I'm just like, ugh. Like coverage, bro. We're already weak in pass coverage, right? And Alex Singleton, you're going to have another guy in space get burned?
Well, this is why I think it's a great experiment to start now. This is before the season. We're in freaking April. Start it now. See what he's got. Put him out there. Have him go up, and he's going to get his reps. And if he's not suited for it, that's fine. I truly don't think he would have to lose weight because he already plays at a solid weight, and he's athletic enough. From what I hear, I've seen a lot of his tape. He's pretty damn athletic, but his colleagues and his teammates all vouch for him being one of the most athletic players on the field when they play with him. And this is coming from Nick Bonito.
They're not going to bash Nick Bonito. Nick Bonito's going to not bash him publicly either.
Obviously, no. It's, etiquette. Everybody's going to say the right thing, right? But at the same time, he is athletic enough to potentially make that move. And I would say if your IQ is high enough and your athleticism is high enough, the transition is a lot smoother because I've played almost every position on the field growing up. I played D-end. I was a D-end going through middle school, like Little League, playing with the freaking Colts. But I ended up getting moved to linebacker, right? I was the starting linebacker for my middle school team. And at the same time, the transition, obviously, we're talking Little League, but the transition in NFL is going to be way different as opposed to what you're going to have to do. But the main point is getting him the chance. Give him a chance to see what he can do. Maybe it doesn't work out. And they're like, okay, you're not what we need in the middle of the field. And that's okay. We have until
I would remind you though, he would be another if it didn't work out and they end up moving off of him, that's another second round pick. He just wasted Sean Payton and George Payton.
I don't think they move off of him. I think he stays in the rotation. He just stops being in consideration for inside linebacker.
Well, I'm saying because I think he only has a couple more years left on his deal is what I'm talking about, right? Not so much like because he'll be a free agent, right? You didn't get much out of him, and he didn't become a core player, and you utilized a second round.
Re-sign him. Yeah, like to keep your players that you drafted.
Right, exactly. It's going to be interesting, and I hope it works out. As a fan, I do. Sure. Do I disagree with it? Sure. I don't disagree. I mean, I disagree with the move. I can still be a fan and disagree with the front office and Sean Payton and George Payton, and we trust, sure, but they also make mistakes too. We're like people; we all do make mistakes. You know what I mean? Type of thing. That there's been decisions made in the NFL which have gotten GMs fired as well. You know what I mean? So these guys ain't perfect. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting though. Very interesting. And like I said, I hope it works out. And if not, I guess whatever.
Yeah, experiments, Like I said, I think the main reason for it is because you have so much talent and you're trying to find a way to get them on the field to make an impact. Right? If you can have talented football players that know the system and play hard and play well, you're going to have better success. So it's potential to try them out in another aspect. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
I'm pissed if it doesn't work. I'm going to throw a damn tantrum.
Yes, you said.
All right, let's pivot to the NBA.
Ooh, a little NBA. D-Rock said, don't forget we had a hard time stopping the run when we were talking about the run game. Yes, sir. I mentioned that a little bit. D-Rock said, I'm weary if he can cover. And that's why I think our question is, we don't know. You just don't know. And they're going to find out in practice. They're going to have Jalen Waddle running crossing routes and see if he can freaking keep up with him a little bit. You have the competition to make your other players better, right? Iron sharpens iron. You're going to have opportunities to get your players better. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And he said, TW, appreciate you being here. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you, share. He said, was he not a linebacker at Utah? Could be wrong. He wasn't. He was an outside linebacker, but he might have played some inside snaps. I'm not sure.
I'll get an answer for you. I think it was maybe early in his playing time in Utah. If I read, I could be wrong though.
He said, if moving Ellis into inside linebacker means Singleton is off my team in 2027, I'm all for it. Like I said.
So he did play a little bit. He did play a little bit of inside linebacker at the University of Utah.
See? Yeah. So he has experience in both areas. He's a versatile weapon because of his athleticism. So he can be moved up and down. But they're finding it hard to get. My reason, I think their reason is your exact point. This is a second-round pick, and you're not getting anything out of it. How can you get something out of it? Give him a chance to get on the field because he's not going to play over Nick Bonito. He's not going to play over Jonathan Cooper right now.
The dogs.
We got you know what I mean? We got dogs.
Robinson is coming up.
It's a good problem to have. We got dogs, bro. We got people that can play, but we need to get our other guys opportunity, which is, I think, another reason why we let JFM walk. Because like you said, Davion Jones, Q Robinson, some of these guys we drafted, don't forget we drafted them. We are a build-it team. So far, since the Paytons have taken over, right? Since Walter Payton's taken over, we are a build-it team. We are going to draft and build our guys, and then year 3 and year 4, they're going to start showing you the payoff. So I think that's really where we're going to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, it'll be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for your feedback. We appreciate it. Let's go to NBA. And with NBA, we just missed a banger. If you guys missed a banger on Sunday? Saturday.
Saturday.
Was Saturday, dude. Oh my god. So let me tell you,
Saturday.
I put a two game parlay. I did the Avalanche and the Denver Nuggets. Johnny Manziel. You want to know how I got the damn
And you didn't
hat?
even buy me a hat.
That's not
Oh, that's how it is. Yeah,
Anyways, dude. No, if you don't think Nikola Jokic is the best in the world after that game, I really don't know what to tell you, man, because this guy just elevates. When you think you've seen it all, you haven't. Like, he's a unicorn, bro, in his own right. What a game, man. Wembanyama is a stud. He's going to be a force he's going to be the face of the NBA. I think he should after, of course, Jokic, even though not a lot of people see Jokic as the face of the NBA, right? But dang.
and I'm a
What a
white
series
man
that would be.
running a black league.
You're so funny. But I would say, damn, dude, the Nuggets right now, looking at the stats right here, the standings, they're the 4th seed, bro. But I think they have a good shot. They're tied with the Lakers. They lost not LeBron, Luka and Austin Reeves for the season for quite a while too. The Lakers could drop a few more games. Hopefully, we win these next 4. Shit. And move up to the 3rd seed. What do you think, bro? How feasible is that for us?
Honestly, it's very feasible. Without Luka, they're going to struggle. Without Austin Reeves, they're going to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's too old to carry it. You know,
Like, yeah.
Their team's not deep enough. I think they could definitely drop a couple of these games, and we could slide into the 3 seed. But on the other hand, do we kind of just coast and take it easy? Like, do we make sure our guys are healthy? Because we got to make sure we guarantee ourselves at least the 3 or 4 seed. If we drop a couple and Houston wins, we could fall. We could easily fall to a 5 seed. Right? They only got 1 game on them.
I would say this though. I would be okay too. On the road, this Nuggets team has displayed that they're capable of winning on the road. I think overall, being healthy for this team and the way they've played as of late, they could beat anybody, bro. Right? Like, let's call it what it is in the West. I think these guys could beat anybody in a 7-game series, bro. Like, the way they're playing. We didn't even have Peyton Watson in that game against the Spurs, mind you. He's another element in terms of the defense, too, of what we can throw at the Spurs and the
I can't wait to see him block freaking Wemby.
Oh, dude, right? What a series that would be. I don't know, man. I just feel like the Spurs and the Nuggets can match up pretty well. And Jamal Murray.
Let's say this. Say it stays the same. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I'm completely fine with it. Let us play the Thunder in the 2nd round and send their ass home. They can't even make a Western Conference final because they got to run into a healthy Nuggets team because they shouldn't have got out of last year's playoff.
I know. That's true, dude. We didn't.
If AG didn't get hurt, we would have beat them in Game 7. It was clear as day. I mean, you had to fight the refs, all the push-offs. He finally getting called for it, crying like a baby. I can't stand it. I can't stand them.
I can't stand the OKC's
brand of basketball. It's a disgrace to basketball is what it is. And the fact that everybody's all hype on it, like, what a bunch of followers. What a bunch of crybaby fans. Can't even respect the game of basketball and realize true greatness.
So many damn free throws for that team, bro. Talk about blowing the whistle on that one.
I saw Did you see the report? They said SGA is giving the refs shoes. They were wearing his shoes.
Oh my god!
And he's giving them shoes for 20 free throws a night.
Oh my god! Oh no, dude! But on the real, dude, the Nuggets, I feel they can make some problems, dude. They're like we were so damn critical when they lost, and then it's like they went on this damn win streak after we talked shit about them. They had to hear us, right? They had to hear us.
I brought it up. I think
accountable.
one of the other ones. I said, I brought it up with Oukast. I was like, man, I got a superstition. Every time we rag on our team, they go on a crazy run. So
The Broncos too. I mean, damn, they went on that 11-game win streak after we talked so much shit.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna keep the trend going. But
Are they even Broncos, bro? They probably watch.
Right now, Nuggets need to keep it going. I like what I saw. I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Cam Johnson.
Ooh, let's go.
The player that we thought we were gonna get has finally showed up.
Dude, yes.
He has finally been hitting the shots that we give him. He's that dagger 3 from the top of the key. Oh, put it on the money. And I will say I did get to watch the end of the games. I took my kids to Hooters. We went and had wings. Kids eat free on Saturdays.
Wow, is very nice.
Well, I got one free kid meal. Need more adults with me. I had friends,
Hey,
I had
come over here.
friends. All my kids would have ate free. You would have been doing a service,
Yes. Yeah.
But other than that, no, we went and I got to watch the end of the games and it was awesome, dude. We had a blast watching them. And that Jokic performance was absurd. AG defense on Wemby, especially on the last shot.
Bro. AG is a dog, bro. Like, I think people don't realize how important. Some people don't realize how important he is to this Nuggets team.
Yeah,
like the aura that he has, just everything about him, dude. Like, we're not the Denver Nuggets without AG, bro. Like,
no. It's apparent that he's a critical factor, right? When it comes down to it. That defense is amazing, bro. And he's hitting buckets, bro. Boy got a 3-ball now.
Now he
buckets,
does.
You know what I mean? Like, boys buckets. So
he's a ball handler. He can handle it, bring it down, spare Murray, spare Jokic, right? Like, dude, it's just different. He's just a different element to this team.
Yeah. He said
locking down Wembanyama and was just crazy.
All panning out. All the pieces that we added took us all year, but they're all kind of clicking. We're finally meshing together. The puzzle is starting to be complete.
CB's hitting his threes now, bro.
Everybody's hating on him because he was hurt this year and whatever. And I'm like, dude,
he had to get in.
His efficiency is tremendous. His defense is tremendous. Like, I don't care that he's only getting me 11.8 points per game or whatever it is. Like, his effort out there is unmatched. That is how you win games.
And then it's like he was probably overshadowed by Peyton Watson, right? Like,
Watson took the shine
because he had that leap, right?
Watson took the shine from everybody,
right?
Right, because everybody was like, "Oh," because he came out of nowhere, right? Everybody was like, "Oh, he's a great high energy guy," and then he got a shot, and he was putting up 20 a game, and still blocking shots. Like, oh shit, you got this monster. And everybody just forgets about Tim Hardaway out there, like, fuck it.
Dude, 6th man of the year?
Fuck it. Like, bro, it's straight buckets with T.
If there's a way, I would so hope that Nuggets pay the damn tax to keep Cam Johnson and Peyton Watson one more year, at least one more year, bro.
Do it. Right.
Pay the damn tax.
You got to keep Hardaway, too. And keep
Hardaway,
him all.
Keep him one more year. I feel like they would be
fucking Walter Penner for a loan from Walmart and fucking pay everybody, all right? Get it done. You hear me? Make it rain.
You get an extension, bro. Please.
Yeah, pull an Oprah. Everybody gets a bag.
If we win, like, say if the Nuggets won it this year, you make sure you bring that whole squad and freaking run that shit back, dude. Like, you run it back. You don't do what you did when
you add the young, whatever. You do what you got to do, rotational wise, but you keep that rotation.
You got to bring
rotation, bro.
Hardaway Jr. has to.
Can you believe we're gonna have a playoff rotation? Can you believe it?
I know.
And I'll give one more props. One player that hasn't made the splash, and because it's been weird how we're using him. Jonas Valanciunas.
I know, dude.
He's a great asset. And I think we're just waiting to unleash him in the playoffs when we need to rest Jokic. But also, Dave Adelman likes a small lineup. He
He
likes
does,
to run.
huh? He does.
He loves his
It's
small
also
lineup.
nice to have
Well,
that.
you run Jamal, you run Bruce, you run Hardaway, you run Watson, you run Cam Johnson, right? Like you got a small lineup, and everybody's out there just running. They're just running, bro.
This is nice though, dude. I like him, dude, a lot.
Oh, I love
It's nice to have him at your disposal when you need him. Like bigger guys, bigger match, big. You know what? We're gonna need him.
Well, and that's a testament. Like he didn't get worn down this year. He didn't have any injuries. He's been our one player that's like not our one, but one of the few. Like he's consistently been available. He hasn't had too many minutes, too much wear. He's going to be fully healthy and rested going into this run. So we're going to have a whole rotation, dude. It's going to be fun to watch.
Fun times. Fun times. Avalanche, real quick.
Fun time.
How are you feeling about the Avs, even though they freaking blew my parlay last night? God damn it.
Freaking bet on them.
Beat the Stars.
Yeah, bet on them if you don't watch hockey, right?
I should have asked you.
Get out of here, hey? What are you doing? What you playing with my life for? No, for real though. Avalanche, great.
They beat the Stars.
Great
Dude, that was
team, dude. Our only thing to figure out is the goalie situation. And like I said, I'm trying to stand wholeheartedly behind Blackwood. I'm trying to stand behind him.
He's struggling.
He's struggling. I'm
Wasn't
hoping
he good last year? What happened?
He's been solid. He's been solid for the last couple of years. Last year, this year. But over the last like 2.5 months, he's been struggling. And Wedgwood kind of picked it up. And that's why Wedgwood, he also struggled back when Blackwood started getting more games. So now you're in the, you're in the predicament, of picking the goalie to get the job done because you have such a great team. The only thing that's going to let you down is the goalie at this point. We will win the cup if we have decent if we have decent goaltending, we're going to win the cup. It's as simple as that.
Can I ask you a question? Maybe I heard you correctly. Maybe I'm fucking tripping. But did you say Wedgwood and Blackwood?
Yeah. Do you don't know our goalies' names? Yeah. That's our goalie names. They're the Wood brothers. They're not actually brothers. They're not. But
it's just so funny because oh my god, that Wood. Oh my god. Anyway, I know their names. Damn it! Don't call me out about hockey.
I know their names.
Wood.
It's one of the Woods. They're out there. It's not Tiger either. All right. This isn't Tuesday morning.
Wedgwood and Blackwood. Oh my god.
Yeah, Wedgwood and Blackwood. That's our goalie. Those are the two options. Which one you want?
I'm surprised. I'll be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I can't sit here with a straight face and act like I watch hockey because I don't. I always pick George's fucking brain about. But I'm as surprised as y'all if you don't watch hockey. Did you say Blackwood and Wedgwood? Like, dude.
You're like, how fucking high are you? No, it's for real. Right? It's fine, but yeah, I mean that's our only problem right now. We're trying to figure out that. Other than that, as long as Kale is healthy, and we're gonna come in swinging, we're gonna come in shooting pucks. It's gonna be a great time, and there's potential for us to both get it done still.
We're gonna win as long as we lay the wood down, ladies and gentlemen.
One of the woods is getting laid down, all right? Both of them, all right? You're getting two woods, all right at you.
Let's run through some comments real quick before we call it a night.
Well, before we get into that, I would just like to say, I know a lot of you probably watching the national championship game. The second half has started. Michigan is up 6 points, 37-31. And let's hope for a freaking amazing finish. That's all I can say. I don't really care. Also.
Tim Hardaway Jr. and Aaron Gordon were repping Michigan, but AG was, in support, wearing a Tim Hardaway Jr. for Hardaway, right? Like, That was legit, dude. That was cool
Well,
watching. I
look.
mean, the Nuggets play tonight, right, against the
Hey,
Trailblazers.
that's a testament to how close the team is, right?
Yeah,
Like,
dude. No, for sure.
these guys are actually
They love
close.
each
They're hanging out. They're gonna ball out. We're gonna be talking Title Town, baby. You flying out for the parade or what?
Yeah, I would sure as hell try to get my ass over there.
Make it happen, all right? Book it. June. What is it?
GoFundMe.
June like 17th. I don't know what day it is, but figure it out.
I'll figure my shit out.
Oh,
That was
But-
good. That was
yeah,
good.
no, that was great. That was great, man. That was great. We'll get these last few comments here. He said,
Oh, the Rockies are
Nobody
playing.
said we should play over Cooper. Not gonna lie. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Cooper a dog, bro. Cooper hard to handle on the outside.
Who should play over Cooper?
Ellis?
No.
No, he said.
The amount that
No, I need to clip that shit.
I like Cooper a lot, bro. I'm one of those dudes. Bro,
Oh, for sure.
Bro,
clip.
level of impact he has.
No.
Like he does all the dirty shit too sometimes, bro. Like to,
I mean, boy's a dog, bro. He's that physical guy. He gets up in there, he just pushes dudes back.
oh, dude, yeah.
He's a fucking monster. I love Coop. That's what I mean. Ellis ain't playing for him, bro. I'm so sorry. I disagree
No
with
shot at
you.
you,
Here, but not yet. He hasn't shown enough in his reps to play over those guys. Lucifer. Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up, my guy?
He said Eli Stowers season. He wasn't available in our automated mocks, so
Also, I
Very
would say
unlikely.
this: I don't feel like our offense needs another move tight end. Like in my opinion, right? I think we could reach our full potential, like drafting more of an inline type of tight end, say like Oscar Delp or somebody of that caliber. In my opinion, but if the Broncos, I know they've brought him in for a meeting. If they draft him, hey, who am I to say, right? I'm just a damn fan, just like all of us. But hey. Shout out to you, bro. He did play with New Mexico State, so I got love for Stowers too. He is talented.
You're fanatic Dak, all right?
I am. Yes.
Tim
Who else
Dog.
we
Hey, still here. Appreciate you, brother. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Cam is.
Oh, no, shout out Tim Dog. That's the brother. Okay. He said Cam is looking the part. Finally, like I said, Sandy Lou talked some sense into him at the freaking Family Feud. Gave him the business, and he's been balling out ever since. So
We'd love to see it.
awesome, man. Awesome. Well, any final words for the fans? Do you want to?
It's almost draft season, you guys. It's gonna be exciting. Man, I'm excited. I think we're gonna do a big mock draft. I think the week of probably that Monday sounds ideal. Before the draft, right? Like I would like to get some other podcast content creators on here to kind of link up with us and have some fun for you guys. It'll be fun, shoot the shit and talk ball. And I don't know. I'm excited though. It's gonna be fun. I think the Broncos versus where we
Get like a super collab. Let's get Crew Talk in here. Let's get Mario in here.
I know.
Let's get them all here.
Get them all in here, damn it.
Mike Carmelini in here, and we can just have a freaking week of the draft freaking podcast. You know what I mean?
Dude, that'd
Whole
be so lit.
Schumborgisborg,
Yeah, that would be so fun. That'd be a dream. Well, you guys, it was real fun. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna go try to catch the other part of the other half of the championship game. Who are you going for?
Yeah.
Michigan? You picked them to win, right?
Yeah, I got Michigan. I like UConn. I'm not opposed to either team winning, but I did pick Michigan, so I'm gonna roll with Michigan. I don't got money on it, but
Put
that's
some
one-
props on it, like Oukast. Shout out to them.
Hey, he just played off the flowers.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. So,
OG.
ladies and gentlemen, this was a fun show. But before we head out, man, you already know. The even Broncos, bro.
Even
Hi. y'all. Have a good night. This was a fun show. Next Monday, your favorite bros will be back. Good night, y'all.
Come hang out, bro.
Do you even Broncos, bro, when we hit that field? Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos bros on